right, everyone, if you could please take your seats, we're going to get started with this evening's festivities.
Dobro večer svima, pomaže Bog. Good evening, everyone. Can we please rise for the prayer? Gospodi pomiluj, Gospodi pomiluj. Oče Hriste Bože, blagoslovi jelo i piće slugama svojim, jer si svet, svagda, sada i uvek i u vekove vekova. Amin. O Christ our God, bless the food and drinks to thy servants, for holy art thou always, now and ever, and unto the ages of ages. Amin. Dobrodošli i prijatno.
Good evening, everyone. As you take your seats again, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone here this evening. First and foremost, I would like to thank each and every person in this hall tonight for allocating time in your lives to attend this memorable event, the 85th anniversary of our Kola Srpski Sestara, Književna Jelena. From the bottom of my heart and all of those involved in organizing this anniversary, I thank you very much. Tonight is a spectacular night. We will be remembering our past, present, and hopefully some future members as well this evening. Thank you, Father Vladimir, for this evening's blessing. And now I would like to call our Vice President, Dubravka Jurjevic, for our welcome address.
Reverend Fathers, distinguished members of the head table, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. My name is Dubravka Jurjevic, and I'm the first Vice President of the Circle of Serbian Sisters Književna Jelena. I would like to welcome you for coming to our 85th anniversary celebration. This is a very important milestone in our community, and we are grateful for your attendance and support. I wish you all a very pleasant evening. Preosvećeni oci, poštovani gosti, dame i gospodo, dobro veče. Moje ime je Dubravka Jurjević, prva potpredsednica Kola srpskih sestara Književna Jelena. Želim da vam se zahvalim u ime kola na vašoj podršci tako što ste svojim prisustvom uveličali proslavu naše 85-godišnjice. Želim vam svima prijatno veče i živjeli.
Thank you, Dubravka. And now I have the pleasure of introducing our head table to you. First, I'd like to introduce Father Duško, our parish priest from Sveti Petka. Biljana Milošević Tronjak, president of the Saborno Kolo, Canadian Diocese Kolo. Father Jovica, parish priest from Sveti Dimitrija. And then we have a special guest this evening, Mr. Eric Kuzmirik, the MPP of Windsor and Tecumseh. Mr. Nebojša Tatomir, Consul of the Republic of Serbia. I think we all know the next person, Julia Kričkić, President of KSS, a title which she has held for over 17 years, on and off. Then we have George Velichković, Vice President of Gračanica Church School. We have We have Mr. Juroš Marković, Assistant to the Serbian Consul. And then our very own Father Vladimir, our parish priest, who needs no introduction. And here in this, didn't I get him? Yeah. And then here at the front table, we have 6 of our past presidents. Ms. Rajna Dobrić, Lilja Vudrad, Nada Milojević, and we have a few members that couldn't be here with us this evening, Stana Lončar and Anka Obradović. And I'd also like to mention Dana Radanović, this year's Kuma, who couldn't be here with us this evening as well. And we've met Dubravka already. In addition to the table, I'd like to acknowledge a few people that are out in the crowd this evening as well. If you could just stand and wave to the crowd. Our Sveti Dimitrija Kolo President, Gordana Kundia. I believe I saw her earlier. Sveta Petka Kolo President, Kata Petrović. Our Gračanica Church Choir President, Denise Chuk. Gračanica Church School Treasurer, Marianne Bibic Marietti. The Serbian National Federation Lodge President, Stephen Payne. And the Chetnik Ravna Gora President, Nenad Bogdanović. So we have a special treat for you this evening. There's been a lot of hard work put into a few video presentations that we're going to be showing throughout the evening. Before we start serving this delicious meal the Serbian Center has prepared for us, we're going to start off with a showcase of the history of our roots of the Serbian sisters. What an amazing video showcasing our roots. Boy, do we have a lot to be proud of. There's 2 people that we'd like to mention now that we've got our program underway that tonight wouldn't be possible without. From the start of the idea of celebrating and coming together tonight to recognize the 85th anniversary of the Kolo, Teta Jeannie Orukula and Teta Lily Tsaganovic went way above and beyond with their efforts and support, and we'd just like to recognize them if they could please stand. Teta Jeannie and Teta Lily, please stand. Thank you very much. And we're going to start with our dinner now. Thank you, Father, for the blessings. I hope everyone has a prijatna večera, and we'll see each other again soon. Thank you.
Serbian people, Serbian Canadians, are some of the most generous, giving Canadians in this country, and I just wanted to say thank you. And, you know, I have to say that I've always known Serbian Canadians to be incredibly generous, and I've always known that, that Serbian Canadians have made tremendous contributions to the vitality, to the culture, to the history of Canada and Windsor-Essex, building communities like ours. And I've always known that. But what I didn't know until I learned about the Circle of Serbian Sisters is how far back the Serbian history and Serbian roots reach back in the history of our community. It is something that is incredible, and it is something that you all should be incredibly proud of and celebrate every single day. About a week ago, Goran Todorovic reached out to me and said, Eric, we're going to be celebrating an incredible group of women and an incredible organization that has served the Serbian community and the Windsor-Essex community for over 85 years. And he said, do you think that we could bring the Prime Minister down? Goran has a big heart, and he is a big dreamer as well, too. I made the ask. And so even though, unfortunately, the Prime Minister could not be with us here today, we did send him information, again, about the Circle of Serbian Sisters. And he wrote a letter of congratulations on 85 years. And I would like to read it to you this evening. And so Prime Minister Trudeau writes, today on February 18, 2023, it is with great honor that I welcome everyone to the 85th anniversary celebration of Windsor's chapter of the Circle of Serbian Sisters. In a country built by immigrants, the contributions that Canadians of Serb descent have made and continue to make every day to our shared nation are invaluable. And your chapter's legacy of supporting the newest members of our Canadian family, bringing your community together, standing by those who need it the most, and making an impact around you truly deserves the utmost praise. Organizations such as yours, which unite Canadians, encourage them to celebrate their diversity and remind them of the things that truly matter, are irreplaceable in a day and age where voices all around us are focused on division. Congratulations from the bottom of my heart to the entire team on 85 years of service. Please accept my gratitude for all that you do. I would also like to thank all in attendance for coming out to be a part of this special day. With my warmest regards for the next 85, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, hvala. Thank you.
Next, we're going to have Mr. Nebojša Tetemir from our Consul General in Toronto, Republic of Serbia, give his kind regards.
Braćo i sestre, pomaže Bog. Ja mislim da će ovaj mikrofon bolje da radi na srpskom nego na engleskom, ali vidjet ćemo. Ništa je ovako, ja moram da kažem da mi je velika čast što sam ovde sa vama večeras. Zaista je ovo veliki jubilej, 85 godina, postojanja bilo čega je dugo godina. Ja sam ovde od pre nekih 6 meseci, prvi put sam u Windsoru, za sad imam lepe utiske, neka tako i ostane. Eto, pozdravio bih vas u ime Ministarstva spoljnih poslova Republike Srbije i Vlade Republike Srbije i eto, živjeli vi meni i živjela Srbija. Svako dobro.
Hvala, we're going to resume with dinner now. This evening, I would like to introduce you to a very special member of our Gračanica Church School. Our special guest can also be found helping Father Vladimir each Sunday in the altar. Unfortunately, our church school, choir, or folklore group were unable to meet our invitation to perform this evening, but gratefully Stefan is here to remind us that the most valuable gift is our youth. Come on up, Stefan.
No.
Dobro. Yeah.
What comes after?
Dobrodošli.
Oh yeah, dobrodošli.
Wait a minute.
What the?
Okay, do it again. Do your poem.
Dobrodošli.
Do the poem now. Do your poem.
Which one? The Sveti Sava one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sveti Sava voli. Vi dođite, mili gosti, da čujete šta mi znamo, od srca vam se radujemo, pa vas lepo pozdravljamo. Kad ste vono amo pošli, kličemo vam dobro, ali dobrodošli.
Good job, Stefan. What an amazing job, Stefan. Thank you for coming, honey. God bless you. We now have our third and final part of our video presentation, and then we will commence with our speeches for the evening, and we have a performance from our Gračanica choir. So just a little bit left to go in the program, and we're going to turn it over to the screens again for the last video. That concludes our video presentation, but with that being said, just a reminder of what photos mean, and I know now we're in the digital age and people don't really process pictures anymore, but if anyone has anything at their home or at their baba's house or at their parents' house that they could donate towards the church, and perhaps we could just scan them and return them to you, they're really invaluable for events such as this evening. So now we have a special presentation from our Gračanica Church Choir, directed by Dr. Rista Urukulo-Kontic. If I could ask the Gračanica Church Choir to please come up to the front of the hall.
tamo gdje je jednom divna ljubav prekinuta. Šta da tražim tamo gdje je jednom divna ljubav prekinuta. Godine su prolazile, ne štedeći svoje dane, radosti su odlazile kao snegom zavejanje. Godine su prolazile, ne štedeći svoje dane, radosti su odlazile kao snegom zavejanje. Kad bi htjela tebi da se vratim, iza sebe nemam puta. Šta da tražim tamo gdje je jednom divna ljubav prekinuta. Šta da tražim tamo gdje je jednom divna ljubav prekinuta. Godine su prolazile, sede kose sve je više, u meni su zostavile jedno vreme što se briše. Godine su prolazile, sede kose sve je više, u mene su ostavile jedno vreme što se briše. Kad bi htjela tebi da se vratim, iza sebe nemam puta. Šta da tražim tamo gdje je jednom divna ljubav prekinuta. Šta da tražim tamo gdje je jednom divna ljubav prekinuta. Divna ljubav prekinuta.
We would like to wish the Serbian sisters a warm congratulations on this great occasion. Živjeli I mnoga jajeta.
That video and visiting all of our members that spoke in the video presentation. And with that, I would like to call up on a few keynote speakers to give a final address this evening. If I could just have your patience for a few more minutes, we're getting close to the end of our program here. Our first keynote speaker will be Mrs. Biljana Milošević-Dronjak, our president of the Federation of KSS Canadian Diocese, Holy Transfiguration Monastery in Milton, Ontario.
Dobro večer. Velika mi je čast da sam ovde da proslavim 85. godišnjicu sestara knjeginje Jelene. Kao što svi znamo, sestre su temelj svake crkve. Dok večeras sedimo I gledamo okolo, ovo je upravo primer koliko je svaka sestra posvećena I vredna. Ponekada zaboravimo koliko je zaista truda potrebno da bi bilo koji događaj izgledao tako besprekoran. Dakle, dok sedite ovde i uživate u ukusnoj hrani i prelepom ambijantu večeras, zapamtite da se zahvalite svakoj od sestara koje su ovo spojile. Hvala im na njihovoj ljubav prema crkvi, počastite ih zbog njihove nesebičnosti i razmislite o tome da im pomognete i pridružite im se za buduće generacije. Sestre knjeginje Jelene, sadašnje i one koje su nas napustile, su se pokazale da imaju nenadmašnu ljubav prema Bogu i srpskoj zajednici i bez njih ovih 85 godina ne bi bilo moguće. Svako od vas, bez izuzetka, je pravi simbol ujedinjenog, snažnog crkvenog članstva. Čestitam 85 godina i sa verom u Boga slavit će se još 100. Hvala vam.
And on behalf of our church board, I would like to call up Mr. George Verlichkevich, our first vice president.
I know you had an entertainment and you had a food, and now you're ready to doze. So give me just for 5 minutes. I wrote this in English because I thought more people would be in the audience, and now I can see everybody Serbian mainly. But still, it's in English. So, greeting to fathers Vladimir, Jovica, and Duško. To, well, Nebojša is gone, Irek is gone, Biljana Milošević is gone. Julia Kričkić, can you hear it? Oh. Julia Kričkić, President of Circle of Serbian Sisters. Past presidents, Nada Milić, Lilja Vudrag, and Rajna Dobrić. Members and guests of our Serbian community. On behalf of our church board, Gračanica, we welcome you to this special, joyful, and a proud event, celebrating quite an accomplishment, the 85th anniversary of our Circle of Serbian Sisters. For me, the best description of the Circle of Serbian Sisters is through their dedication to humanity and family values driven by their true faith. Some would find that Maiden of Kosovo, which we saw on video, in 1389 as the beginning, and then again in 1800s. But the official archives don't start there. The Circle of Serbian Sisters, as a women's charitable society, was established in the city of my birth, Belgrade, in 1903. When you consider our turbulent history, a history of a small nation on the crossroads between Europe and the Middle East, the 120 years of existence is significant. Previous 500 years of Ottoman oppression, tragedies of 2 world wars, communist regime after World War II, believe me, it's a great accomplishment. When you stack that against your own 85 anniversary, 5 years, sisters, we are proud of you. I was delegated to congratulate the sisters on their jubilee as a representative of our church board. For over 5 decades, being an active member of this community, I am well aware of their accomplishments. Therefore, it is my privilege and honor to be the one to deliver it. Regional organization of Circle of Serbian Sisters have been established in many areas where Serbs live, in our homeland as well as in our diaspora. For us Serbs, faith, family, and tradition are our sacred values. The Circle of the Serbian Sisters follows that path. All regional organizations, circles, including ours, operates within the diocese of the Serbian Orthodox Church. In our congregation, we can consider them as mothers of our community family. We acknowledge their unselfish support of our community as their family. My late mother being a member adds to my pride. Keeping tradition alive is well documented through their efforts, commitment, and accomplishments. They were established in our developing Serbian community in 1938, laying the foundation for our congregation that was established in 1946. And they did not stop there. The fundraisers supported everything that was part of our community growth and its betterment. Their presence was everywhere: church, parish home, Serbian center, diocese, as well as showing true Serbian hospitality for any guest officially visiting our community. Their efforts did not bypass unfortunate Serbian families in our homeland. Many packages were sent during the World War II, as well as to needy families during the wars of the disintegration of Yugoslavia. The list of accomplishments can go on, and what's left for us is just to appreciate their efforts and to provide them with our unconditional support, as we have done today. Thank you, sisters, and congratulations again on your jubilee. Živle na mnogoja ljeta. Suddenly I was delegated to read a message from Father Bože Bakalić. He was our priest for 10 years, since 87 to 97, and he is now located with his family and works for Patriarchate, or actually Metropolitan Belgrade. And he's in Zemun, and he sent this to sisters because he was working very closely with them. They all remember it. Now, this one is in Serbian and in Cyrillic, so I'll just read it to you. I was asked by Serbian sisters to do that. Kolo srpskih sestara knjeginja Jelena u Windsoru, Kanada. Drage nam sestre u Hristu Bogu, čini nam osobitu radost da vas pozdravimo i čestitamo 85. godišnjicu postojanja plodnog vašeg crkvenog rada. Sećam se kad smo sa vama proslavili 50. godišnjicu kao da je bilo juče. Vi ste pri hramu Uspenija Presvete Bogorodice u Windsoru po veri i delima evanđelskom, a žene mironosnice, kojima se Hristos prvi javio po svom vaskrsenju. Baš njima, a ne apostolima, jer su one bile odaniji sledbenici Hristovi, upravo kao što vaše delotvorne ljubavi zavisi i napredak crkve Gračanice. Svim članicama vašeg kola želimo zdravlje, kako duhovno, tako i telesno, i radosti koje će vas sve sjediniti u nelicmernoj ljubavi, a u broju umnožavati radi uspešne delatnosti i na spasenje i večni život. Danas su zadušnice, pa shodno danu i vašem velikom jubileju sećamo se stalno upokojnih naših baka, majki i sestara od osnivanja vašeg kola u molitvama za pokoj njihovih plemenitih duša. One su to zaslužile jer su bile osnivači vašeg kola srpskih sestara, nadaleko poznate po slozi, ljubavi i dobročinstvu. Posebno smo radosni da je za ovaj jubilej predsjednica sestra Rajna, koja je iznela iz porodilišta po rođenju sve troje naše dece, i mi to nikad ne zaboravimo. I da završim ove naše iz dubina srca želje sa rečima, moje pozdravne reči za vašu 50-godišnjicu izgovorene. Molim se Gospodu da vaš budući rad bude takav, da vašem primjeru sleduju budući naraštaji. Posebno želim da vi, srpske majke, rađate i mlekom dojete, vaspitavate sinove i kćeri kao rodoljube, čovekoljube i pravoslavce. Žive i zdrave bile na mnogoja i blagoja ljeta. Vaš bivši paroh i uvek molitvenik pred Vaskrslim Gospodom, protojere Starofor Božo sa protivnicom Borkom Bakajlić i decom, sveštenikom Petrom, Darinkom, Savom, snajkom Popadijom Aleksandrom, sa unukama Marijom i Angelinom iz Zemuna. U Zemunu, 18. februar godine. Hvala.
Thank you, Chica George. And in closing, I would like to call up Father Vladimir to say his words.
Pa ne znam, kažu, najslađe ostaje za kraj. Ne znam kako ste vi pre mene govorili, Chica George. A pošto vladike nema, neko mora da bude na kraju. Pa Otac Božo je jako lepo na srpskom, ako vi dozvolite ja ću na engleskom. Very Reverend Fathers, Teta Giulio, dear sisters, I would like to begin by congratulating you most heartily on this wonderful jubilee, 85 years since the founding of your and our circle of Serbian sisters, Princess Jelena. Kolo, circle. That word in your name represents the kolo that the myrrh-bearing women experienced when they met the angel at Christ's tomb, the angel who was from the heavenly kolo of angels. That angel, therefore, conveys the most precious news about the resurrection to the women, and they, in turn, remained faithful to that good news until the end. That angelic kolo was made and passed on through myrrh-bearing women until this day, and it will be like that until the end of the world and time. The most wonderful ideal of selfless love in the risen Lord, love that does not seek its own, was the initiator of the Kolo Srpskih sestara, the circle of Serbian sisters. And in the most difficult moments of their history, especially at the end of the 18th and the beginning of the 19th century, the Serbian people knew that three corners of the house are standing on the woman, and only one is resting on the ground. The circle of Serbian sisters are each other's sisters, but in the community, they have the role of mother. A true mother is the pillar and backbone of the family and community. And this is what the circle of Serbian sisters showed with their actions in the most difficult moments of war and moments of crises. And in times of peace, they educated young girls, a new staff, so that they could serve God through the church and their people in the most beautiful and useful way. That same kolo, dear brothers and sisters, is winding up also here among us, already for 85 years. New and younger generations were instrumental in perpetuating the noble, indeed sacred, mission of the Circle of Serbian Sisters. Now, speaking of new and old generations, I would like to share a short, funny story that I heard recently. Namely, there was a little girl sitting on her grandmother's lap as grandmother was reading her a bedtime story about God and how God creates everything and everybody. But during the reading, that little girl would reach up and try to feel grandmother's wrinkled cheek. And then at times she would reach up to feel grandmother's cheek, and then other times she would also feel her own cheek. At some point she asked, "Grandmother, did God create you?" And the grandmother replied, "Yes, my dear. God created me a long, long time ago." Did God create me too? Grandmother replied, "Yes, honey. God created you as well, a little while ago." And then the little girl reached up to feel grandmother's face again, and then again her own face, and she replied and observed. She said, "God is getting better at it, isn't he?" So younger and older generations, it was never easy for them to fit in and work together. We find the following testimony of Delfa Ivanić, who was a longtime vice president of the Circle of Serbian Sisters on the occasion of celebrating 25th anniversary of the Circle of Serbian Sisters in the old country, which was recorded in detail in the Vardar magazine. And this is my translation from Serbian. She said, in conclusion of her detailed account how everything was happening in those times, she said, "Today, after the Great War, after the highest ideal has been achieved and realized, we are a bit confused and often wonder which side we are going to take now. The old are clinging to their own and would like to hold on to life, which is constantly flowing and moving forward. And young people would like to reset and reorganize everything, even though they don't have a clear picture of what they want yet. However, no matter what changes have taken place, we strongly believe that what was sacred to us, our faith, our tradition, our love for our fatherland, will warm the hearts of future people as well. For this reason, we believe that what we have created so far will serve, even if only a single part, for future people, and that the works of our generations, even if they do not shine on them with the same light and brilliance with which they shine on us, will give them at least a gentle light of extinguished stars and tell them about the beauties of former people." End of quote. Dear brothers and sisters, today we are here to celebrate the mission of our local circle of Serbian sisters, Princess Jelena, and the beauty of their accomplishments. Today we have a bright example, and today I see all ages being represented here, from the youngest ones to elderly. But today we have a bright example, indeed a bright example of 3 generations, not simply being represented, but being active in our community with impeccable mutual relations and cooperation. Teta Đuja as our president, Mara Jelić and Maja Jelić. Please let us give a round of applause for this wonderful example, and may God bless you. The Circle of Serbian Sisters, Princess Jelena, has been fulfilling the mission of the heavenly, indeed angelic, and initial circle, as well as of the Circle of Serbian Sisters from the beginning of the 20th century, already for 85 years here among us. I congratulate them and wish that God will grant them the strength and grace to continue their mission with the same zeal as before, so that from today, as they have done until now, they may continue serving God in their generation through their church. And of course, I wish that those who belong to younger generation will step forward and join the circle, and by doing so continue not only to write history of our community, but take an active part in that initial angelic column and perpetuate the sacred mission of the Circle of Serbian Sisters. Živeli na mnogaja ljeta.
In closing, I've been asked to share a thought. Like every mosaic tile that is needed to complete a beautiful picture, we can think of ourselves as tiles to do all the good deeds, big or small, that can make a difference in our community and world that we live in, and can make it a better place for all of humanity. It's been a pleasure being with all of you tonight. Thank you for your patience. I wish you a very nice evening, and it has been an honor to be among such accomplished individuals. To all the ladies out there we have applications on the raffle table, whoever would like to join, and we hope that you choose to make a difference and join the sisters. All are welcome with open arms. We'd now like to open up the dance floor and enjoy the musical talents of our beautiful Tanya and her friends. And enjoy the evening, Laka noć, and drive home safely. And don't forget, we still have the raffle. And thank you everyone for coming. Good night.